Me, the thing that I want, and I won't say that I'm yet extraordinary in anything, and that's a very stoic stance, and hopefully everybody takes it. Like, the more you learn, the more you realize you have to learn. So the thing that I'm committed to becoming extraordinary at is telling stories that change people at the belief system level. So that's my goal, right? Where I'm just entertaining them. They don't know that anything else is happening, but that a generation or 2 generations from now, nobody would think to tell their kids anything other than, everything is your fault, Timmy, come on, like you know better. Like, at the end of the day, your life is a reflection of your choices. And they won't even remember that it was a Jiminy Cricket style character that told Pinocchio that in a movie that I made. They just have the words to repeat. It's that belief system, it's baked in, right? It's part of the cultural subconscious. We're all talking about it. We all respond to each other that way. So that when somebody is woe is me, we don't feed into that. When somebody's saying, oh, the system is broken, we immediately go, rad, what do we do about it? How do we fix it? What skill do we need to go repair it? But that's not the public discourse right now, right? The public discourse right now is you're victim shaming. No, I'm not. I don't want them to be a victim. You're going to be victimized in your life. Of this, I promise you. But you decide whether or not you're a victim, which is a state of being. So all of those things right now are hotly contested. What I want to do through entertainment is just make it patently obvious how we should all be thinking and acting to make our dreams come true. So that's the thing I want to be extraordinary. And then I think there was one more part to that question.
So the question was loaded. So it was, could you be, oh, well, actually, no, you answered both. Because it was a 2-part question. What
Perfect.
Did you set out to be extraordinary at? What do you consider yourself extraordinary at? And then what are your comments on just being extraordinary, seeking to be extraordinary in general?
When I think about like what is the meaning of life, I really believe nature made a choice with every creature it creates, and it essentially is a bifurcated path. Number 1 is I'm going to preload you with all the algorithms. We call them intuition or your instincts. And so you come with instincts, and like a horse fall, when it comes out, it can walk, it can run, it can jump, it can feed. A human baby, on the other hand, when it's born, is a lump of flesh. It poos in its own diapers. You could lay it next to a bottle and it would still starve to death. Like, we are completely dependent. Because what we want to do is actually finish the maturing of the brain on the outside in the stimulus to which we need to become adapted. So the reason that humans have become the ultimate apex predator, unlike anything this world has ever seen before, ever, is our ability to adapt. Now, if you believe that adaptation is the absolute core of what makes us great, it is our defining characteristic, then it becomes a question of, well, how does nature make sure that we do what nature wants us to do? So if nature wants us to adapt, it's going to make it pleasurable. So when you think about what do humans really want, I think it's a deep and lasting sense of fulfillment. Okay, it's the happiness that lasts. It's the non-transient bowl of ice cream style happiness, and it's the I just saved somebody from a burning building. It's the I've helped these children's lives are going to go and be better. It's things like that that make you feel good about who you are as a human being and what your contributions are. That actually comes from suffering. It comes from working hard. It comes from putting in that effort, because that's what you have to do to adapt. You adapt to a stressor. You adapt to pain. You adapt to difficulty. You get stronger under heavier and heavier weight, right? That's how it works. That's just the call and answer of nature. So that process is intensely pleasurable in the sense of fulfillment. So going out and doing the hard things to see how much of your potential you can actuate, pursuing greatness in a very specific direction is, I believe, the only thing that will make people happy. So when I look at depression, anxiety, all on the rise, all rampant, people feeling lost, not knowing what they want to do, where they want to be, the answer is decide you're going to be extraordinary at something, because it gives you more energy than it takes. And there's a whole process, I'm not going to go into it now. But get that thing in your life, and then go after it with everything you have, with total disregard for balance. That you pour yourself into it in a way, you give yourself over to it. And I think we have one more bifurcation. You've got the family, which provides a similar sense of deep fulfillment, and I think that's a perfectly valid choice. And if you don't hear the incongruous nature with what I'm saying, I'm not saying it very well. But those are the 2 paths that I see humans go on. People that are parents, the kid was born, changed my life, perspective, totally done, right? Like you know the talk and how it feels. And then on this side, you've got an equal lack of balance, all in, totally committed, do or die, I would give myself over to this thing that I'm building, right? And that's where I'm at. I've chosen not to have kids, it's not the path I'm on. But I've given myself over in a similar way and I get a similar sense of deep fulfillment.